Hey guys, this is Luminous coming at you with Nirvana and Executioner or XtC, and this is ADC Day 3. I think this is Game 2. I have no idea what happened in Game 1, but this game is highly recommended, and we have Ian alongside with us in this dual commentary. So Ian, quick introduction and we'll get into the picks and bans.
Alright, hello everybody. So that's the first time I've heard of Executioner XtC. I like it. Maybe it'll catch, maybe it won't. But I have a quick question. Do you know who is this RGC host SG? I'm not playing right now for XtC.
I would guess as a stand-in because
Okay.
it doesn't look like any legit name.
Right,
you know?
right.
Yeah, so
Alright, well,
I have no idea.
yeah, maybe if the viewer knows, they can let us know afterwards. But if we just take a look at these picks and bans, we notice a ban that immediately looks a little interesting is the Spectre ban, but that actually I think was a follow-up. If you notice, XtC picked Zeus, so perhaps Nirvana was thinking they were going to go some kind of global strat or something. That's really the only explanation I can think of with that last ban of a Spectre. But also, you know, if we look at the picks, the Zeus pick in of itself definitely gave Nirvana, you know, made them scratch their heads a little bit, and they've thought a long time, especially probably about these bans, because Zeus is very uncommon nowadays. Not to mention Rigwhirl. So bringing it back, you know, if for those of you who have played Dota a really long time, Rigwhirl used to be considered imbalanced, and Zeus was also picked all the time. But anyway, so they've kind of got this ghetto old squad over for XtC, so I'm really curious to see how they're going to play it. No doubtly, they're going to be probably give 2 solo lanes, one to Zeus and one to Sniper, maybe? What do you think? And maybe do a tri-lane supporting the Bristleback. But what do you think?
Yeah, ghetto is a good word to describe this because I don't really know how Scourge is going to lane either. Bristleback's one of those heroes that needs really a lot of babysitting back in point for AB. They usually pair it with a Warlock who could lane control and heal very well. Because Rigwhirl is also one of the hero that also needs a lot of levels and experience aside from farm. So I'm not too sure how Scourge is going to lane this. And going back to comment the Zeus pick a little bit.
Yep.
I think the Zeus is mostly to counter the Enigma blinking black hole, but it looks like Nirvana really went out of ballpark with the imagination, thinking that might be a global strat of some sort. But Witch Doctor and Venge first pick does hide your strategy pretty well. So I mean, looking at the Sentinel side, I have to say they have superiorly better picks, at least from this current metagame, because Doom, Enigma, the line or one of the best or 3 of the best heroes in this version, and to snag all 3, I think Nirvana is really, after this picking stage, you're really happy with the heroes they got. And just judging from the lanes, they have really great lanes. I would guess they could see in a European game they would just chug that Enigma into a jungle. You're gonna have a solo Doom solo line and a CM Sven lane. But judging these are Chinese people, I generally think they like to solo the Enigma as well. So I can't really say what they will do from that regard either. So
yeah, I'm not sure if I've ever seen a game where Nirvana got Enigma and didn't lane DGC in a solo lane with him. So that's probably what we can expect.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, actually, I really do like the last pick of Rigwhirl, even half because it's unconventional, but half because I honestly think it's a pretty decent pick. If you just look at the first 4 hero picks for XtC, I just, Doom, that first pick Doom just is overwhelming when you look at it. But actually, Rigwhirl's a pretty decent pick when you're going up against Doombringer. So XtC is probably going to be putting a lot of their hopes into this Rigwhirl.
Yeah, and only one other concern I do have the Scourge pick is that they only have 2 stuns, and both of them are single target. They lack a lot of AoE stuff. Well, Zeus is the king of AoE, but that's besides the point. But I think they're really trying to make up with their lack of stuns. They don't have any ganking power as well, so I'm looking forward to XtC to pushing this to a bit, 40-minute, 50-minute game. Yeah. And also, if you look at the Bristleback pick, the Sentinel heroes doesn't have that much armor, and as you know, Cold Spray does damage based on armor as well. So that's what they have in mind, or maybe I don't know. I have no idea why XTC is picking Bristleback, but hopefully this game would show us, some of that. And I don't think any of the picking heroes, other than a Spectre, needs much of a explanation. So I think we're good with the picks and bans.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so
go.
All right. I'm pausing in 3, 2, 1. Unpause. All right, I'm at 8:15, 8:16, 8:17, 8:18, 8:19. Let me know if you're okay. All right, so now as as you're going up against a Zeus and a Bristleback, it's gonna be really interesting if these guys are picking up magic wands. As you see, let's see, Enigma has a magic stick. If anyone else is gonna pick up more magic sticks, because magic stick is the item you want to go against these two crazy spam. It looks like Enigma's the only one that picked it up. That is quite surprising, and he is gonna be going up top solo, as we presume. Yeah, there we go.
And yeah, sure enough, it's DGC. Well, they're probably gonna be picking up, or they should be picking up, magic sticks pretty quickly. Although I think it was a while back I saw a solo Necrolite going up against a solo Bat Rider, and he didn't ever get a magic stick, and he ended up getting...
Oh yeah, you were railing on that Bat or that Necrolite.
Oh, I must have done that game with you. That. But so maybe I've lost a little hope in some professional players getting the wisest items, but let's hope to see a dagger on every one of these heroes. Sorry. That's Nirvana would love it if they could get a dagger, a magic stick on every one of these heroes.
And it looks like Bristleback has also picked up the magic stick. Not too sure why. I guess Devour does give some nice charges, but there's no guarantee that he is going to be laning against Doom, though he guessed right. I think there will be a tri-lane versus tri-lane bottom. By Sven picking up the Observer War, he is not going to be going for a lot of carry role. We're probably going to see a semi-support ganking Sven, roaming Sven as well. So this is going to be a pretty high-action game on the bottom lane, and we are going to see a Lion Mist solo. So Lion Mist solo is generally very well done a lot in Chinese play, and looks like he's going to be going up against a Zeus mid.
Yeah,
so we're gonna see a high nuking game.
I was gonna praise Nirvana for with their picks a little bit, because you could actually have arguably a solo Lion or a solo Lucifer. They could have done this with a solo Lucifer and then gave the farm to Sven on bot. That's like a possibility. But when you then think about who's playing the Lion, it becomes really transparent. If you're putting Yafets on Lion, that basically tells XtC that they're going to have a solo mid Lion rather than the Lucifer. But I thought that was kind of interesting, is that even despite these picks, it's not completely obvious who's picking who. Anyway, if we look at bot lane right now, they're trying to pick off this Witch Doctor, and Witch Doctor's dancing around. He's heading towards the mid line. Meanwhile, I think only him, he's potting up a little bit right now, and Crystal Maiden just ate a tree. Sven, however, is actually getting caught up in the middle of things, and with the 3 heroes being on him, he actually ends up going down for the first blood. So some crazy action and change of targets there in that first encounter.
Yeah, and if you want to rewind a couple seconds back, throughout Ian's great analysis, a lot of players made huge blunders, and after that little DCDH thing I did, you start to see a lot of it. And the first thing I want to point out is that Doom was actually going to find a creep. He has skill Devour, so no Scourge Earth, no nuke at level 1, so he was basically useless in that fight. Witch Doctor uses cast basically on a single hero, which didn't stun for Jack. And I think all these pro players are underestimating the ability of Bristleback to stack up his Quill Spray to do a lot of damage. It looks like I just missed a kill on Yafet's mid. Anything happen on that Zeus? I mean, how did he die to Lion?
Oh, actually,
like,
I
level
missed that
3
myself, but that is a good question. I got to keep my eye on that. But he's only level 2 still. Look, he has 0 stats items. He went for just mega regen at the moment.
And Yafet lucking out with a haste rune, and he should be, well, he's actually really brave going on these 2 supports. Look like Sven has coming in to help here. They should really be careful dodging that cask. They're bouncing like crazy. They will get the Witch Doctor. Yeah, they do get a Witch Doctor. Sven is a little bit trouble, but he is pretty tanky hero. Lion should get the heck out now. He is 1 cask away, but he will pop himself, and he's going back. Wow, that is really baller play.
Yeah, that haste rune definitely paid off a lot there, getting him a kill and helping him save Sven's life and escape basically without dying and able to pop his salve. Meanwhile, up top we have this mysterious RGC host playing Sniper, and he's 8-4 at the moment. and that's because it looks like, I guess, DGC has gone into the woods a little bit to farm up. He's 11 and 4 at the moment, so actually fairly even lane. Sven's waiting with him. Maybe they'll try to take action. If we look bot lane, Vengeful Spirit's running around. They might be going for Zhou, who's playing the Lucifer. And there's a Maledict off on him, but he does now have Scorched Earth, fortunately. And the Magic Wand, wow. Maledict right now, if you think about it, it's only level 1. So I do not know if this is going to be able to get him. One more tick. The tick is not enough. So in fact, he does escape. So that was a good break there for Nirvana.
Yeah, I don't think he started out with the Magic Wand. I believe, yeah, he picked it up pretty soon after his Ring of Basilius. So really heads up play, knowing that he is going to be laning against a Bristleback. Picking up the Magic Wand, that definitely saved his life. But he should really be careful there. Has one more hit. Oh, there we go. Barely dodging that. Or not dodging that. Getting it. Whatever.
Yeah.
And this trialing, as you can both see, that both sides are landing some very aggressive wards. Scourge is landing a ward behind their tower. Of course, Sentinel going for a very standard ward in the lane, on the bottom lane. So both full C sides are really aggressive with their warding, which I like it. It's high early aggression play. I really like this kind of warding.
Yeah, and also up top just a second ago, Sniper just barely slipped away. He popped a salve, which saved his life from the last hit from Enigma. I guess the ganking Sven, which was I kind of like that ganking Sven. We see a comment from the observer. Nice roaming Sven. So let's see if he can take. He has one more stun on him. He's really grateful right now to have Crystal Maiden on his team, as it makes his roam much more possible. He's going to be able to try to go for this line. We'll see if this line will go down. However, Line's a little preoccupied right now with Vengeful Spirit, but not
not anymore. Not anymore, as he just goes like, lol, where you at? A nice observer ward placed by the Sentinel Sven there, actually sniffing out that Venge, and Yafet just got himself a killing spree. Now it looks like they're going on Zeus here. Yafet pretty low there. Let's see if he can chuck a... They do have a Stormbow here. Really nice chain stun, not wasting a single second of it. That is how you chain stun, and they did extremely well. Line getting kills despite being extremely low health, so we see Sentinel pulling ahead with the better picks as expected.
But we also have to keep in mind, keep a watch on this Rigworld farm. He's definitely going to be. He's either going Hood or Vanguard first. He already has his Ring of Health. They're probably no doubt going to try to rush a Radiance as soon as they get, maybe a Vanguard or maybe a Hood or maybe both. But we'll see. They are going for Lucifer at the moment, and I don't know what he's doing. Oh, they're going for the Witch Doctor, and wow, they're actually going to get a kill on him. So that was great aggressive play there. And man, that magic stick has saved his life twice already. Although I've spoken a little too soon because Rigworld comes back, and you're right, they did kind of underestimate his Quill Spray a little bit, and he just levels the two heroes.
You gotta respect Bristleback's damage, as we have our observers chatting away. It's kind of annoying. One thing about Bristlebacks, they just stack higher and higher until you don't notice, oh, I have 200 HP, but they just kill me in one hit. That's how much it stacks. I think the max damage is like 180, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Looking back to top lane, we do see a 29 and 5 Enigma, so he is really just controlling lane very easily, and Zeus forced to go up lane, and I think really the laning stage is not too favorable for Scourge right now. I think the only lane that's doing well is bottom lane, but even there they have a couple of deaths. So
it's true. And I think actually Sven is hiding up top, but I think he was seen because look at Zeus. He is really playing it cautious at the moment. And I think actually Sven at one point has poked his head out a little bit too much, so kind of preventing any possible gank. And that was a really interesting. Basically, the Zeus is not getting as good a farm as he probably could be. And I think as a result, we're going to be getting some help from XtC up top. We have a hasted Vengeful Spirit going, and they're going to catch this Sven. No, they're not going to go for the Sven. He's just going to run by him, and they're going to be going for DGC, who, after seeing the Vengeful Spirit coming, is going to try to get away, but those two nukes were enough, and wow, actually, unlucky split from his Eidolons. Actually, if he had already had 6 Eidolons beforehand, that for sure would have gotten him a kill on Zeus. But, man, they do a lot of damage. What level Eidolons are those? Jesus Christ.